The two Russian-Syrian ministerial coordinating bodies on the return of Syrian refugees and displaced persons held a video conference on Thursday, December 23rd, to follow up on their joint efforts to ensure adequate conditions for the return of Syrians to their homes in areas liberated from terrorism. Our correspondent Hisham Wanas has the story.
Las autoridades políticas, militares y sociales de Siria y Rusia presentaron durante la reunión.
The political, military and social authorities of Syria and Russia presented a report on the evolution of the return of Syrians who were displaced by the terrorist war imposed on their country. During the meeting, Damascus and Moscow denounced that Western sanctions and the U.S. occupation of part of Syria's territory are preventing adequate conditions from being ensured for the returnees.
Impiden que se aseguren las condiciones adecuadas para los retornados.
We demand the lifting of sanctions and the reestablishment of political, economic and trade relations with all countries, and we ask the global community to contribute to the reconstruction of the country in order to encourage the return of Syrian refugees to their country. More than 2.6 million Syrians have returned to their homes from 2018 to date, of which more than 1 million refugees returned from abroad, and there were more than 5 million internally displaced persons who also returned to their homes after those areas were freed from terrorism. This work continues despite all Western attempts to prevent it from succeeding. Damascus notes that the return of refugees is a priority for the government, which is providing all kinds of assistance to achieve this goal. The government is grateful for Russia's support in this effort, especially in the fight against terrorism, the scientific training of younger generations, and the reconstruction of the country's economy and infrastructure.
We highly value the battle of the Syrian people against terrorism, and I believe that all countries of the world should help Syria in this battle and in its effort to normalize the situation in the country. And not only Russia, in particular the United States, which continues its destructive action in Syria. Russian language courses are part of the efforts to improve living conditions in Syria, to encourage the return of the refugees, and hopefully in the future we will include returning refugees in these courses, which also help to spread the culture of Russia.
In addition to the meeting, the Russian side has carried out several activities for psychological support for children of the martyrs of the Syrian army in different provinces, as well as for orphans who were left without family because of the war. This humanitarian work is part of the Russian effort to support the Syrian government and people to normalize the situation in their country.
Hisham Wanas, teleSUR, Damascus, Syria.